Welcome to my first ever short little vlog today. I'll be taking out some fish from in here, and I'm also going to just feeding some of my fish around the pond, so stay tuned. It's been my first video in a while, and just first of all, let's go in here and feed the fish. Some new changes in here. Got a new latch, so I can actually shut the door. Let's keep the insulation going. The fish have grown a lot since I last filmed in here. Had some new additions as well. These are fish that are outside but were having trouble outside because of the cold, and I brought them inside so they can enjoy some of the warm weather. This one's got a slight deformity. This is actually from Bio Koi Farm. I head down there, Amanda took me a tour around the farm, and this is one of the fish I picked up from them about this long last year. And then this one here is my breeder female. She's actually the mum of quite a few of the fish in here. But first, let's just give the fish a bit of food. That's what I feed them. Creaming grow. It's just 3 mil. They started to grow quite large now. I mean, I still have some fry food, but it tends to be what I feed them. And they're extremely friendly as well, so. I'm going to be selecting out some fish today as well to get rid of, because there's quite a few, as you can see in here. So I'll make sure to get some footage of that. Now I'm going to go feed the fish outside as well. So this is the outside pond. Sorry for the wind, it might be a bit hard to hear me. As you can see, the lily pad's starting to die down, but I mean the fish are all still quite nice and healthy. That's my favourite fish right there, the shower. And then there's just a really nice fish. Give him a bit of food. It's a bit hard to show them on camera, but I mean, that fish there, for example, is about 50 centimetres long. Just doesn't really show up on camera quite as well. I had some people asking me about the depth of my pond. Around the edges, it's about 2-3 feet deep. In the middle, it's about 5 or 6 feet deep, I'd say. Depends, but you can't really see it. It goes down very deep in the middle there. There's another male over there swimming through. Had a bit of an algae problem, which you tend to get with outside ponds. I need to buy some new algae killer. You can sort of see clumps of it. It just builds up around on the top of the surface around the filter, but I need to get some new algae killer. I also had someone ask me about the wattage of my UV I have running on my pond. This is the UV I use. It's a 75 watt. And here's my aerator too. Some spawning brushes hanging from the top. Now let's go and show you some of the fish I'm planning to get rid of. Now all I'm going to be doing is catching up, not necessarily the worst, but the smallest and the fish I don't want to keep from in here, because I need to put up some space in here, so I'm going to be rehoming them. So I'm just going to catch up, say 20-30 fish from in here to try and find a new home for. I'll do that now. As you can see, here's some of the fish I've caught out here. Now I've already got some in the bucket over here, but you can sort of see the difference from the last videos I've made in the size difference. So just to give you an idea, they're about 4 inches now, I'd say. So in the larger ones, there's some bigger ones in there I have to show you in a sec, but it's a bit crazy how big some of them have gotten. This one right here, these two, well, the one behind is one of my females, but I've just brought it inside for the winter because it's a lot warmer in the polytunnel. But you can sort of see, like that one there. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see with the glare, but you can see they've grown quite large. That one there's about 10 inches now. And there's other ones in here like that, for example. But these ones here are the ones that, you know, I should get rid of them. Haven't got enough space for them now. They're getting too big. And I mean, some of them I will just get rid of individually because they're quite nice fish, and I don't want to just sell them off to nobody. But these ones are the ones I'm just going to get rid of because I don't have any place for them. I know someone will want them. They're nice enough fish anyway. There's a couple with some deformities which I won't be selling because selling deformed fish isn't very nice. Also, it just inundates the market with bad fish. But these ones here, for example, there's no body issues on them. It's just mainly pattern and size, for example, because there's a few in there. And if you sort of compare them to the size of, say, that one there, for example, that one, although it looks quite small, I'll bring it up in a second. It's about 10 inches, but you know, now I'm just going to place it in with the other lot, and I'm just get some photos of these so that I can rehome them. Just got them sat in the little tub here with an aerator running. You can sort of see what I mean with the size. This one here, for example, you get an idea of how big they're getting. But just go and place these ones inside the tub for a little bit. They've only been in here for about a couple of minutes anyway, but they've all got the aerator running, so they don't run out of oxygen. There you go, fish. Probably about 20 fish in there now. I just need to sift through the tub to get through the rest of them. Now, I've only got like 100 left or so, of the 500 I had. Close the lid in case I try and jump out, because they do like to jump out. But you know, the method has worked. I'm really proud this year. Really delighted with how the fish have come out. Some personal favourites I'll pull up for you now, but yeah, some really good produce. Let me just pull up some of my personal favourites for you. Here you can see sort of my favourite fish. Now there's definitely quite a lot more in here that I still quite like a lot, but as you can see, these are some really nice examples. Now this one here, for example, isn't necessarily the nicest, but this is the largest of the spawning from this year. My breeding I did back in the summer last year. Now it doesn't look big in the bucket. To give you kind of an idea, my hands are about 8 inches long, I'd say. And as you can see, compared to my hands, I mean, this fish is huge. Just to give you an idea of my hands. So this one, I wouldn't say it's my favourite looking, but just to give you an idea of like the size difference, because these are the same age as the other ones in here. Just a real growth difference. Let me just place this fish outside so I can show you the different ones. Go on, fish, out you go. So, I'm trying to tilt the bucket so it doesn't have to go out of the water without ever lot escaping. There we go. Now these are some really nice examples. This one here is probably my favourite from this year. Really nice scales and really nice red colour there. These are all of the same type, obviously, but I'm really proud. If I could have just had these fish from the spawning this year, I'd have been proud with it. They're really nice. This one here is just slightly the largest version. The scales are a bit disappointing on this one, but I'm still really happy with the colour on this fish. But this one, I think, best of both worlds. I mean, this one here as well, the scales on it are amazing. Not enough the colour, it's just, if I could have had kept any fish, it would have been these lot. Yeah, these are probably the flagship of my spawning this year, which I'm really proud of. Now I'll go back to catching some other fish to look at. Out you go, fish, come on. Got another bowl here of just some nicer fish to show you. Same as before, but just some different types. This example. Really nice fish here. And also this one down here. Really nice. So I'm just really proud with the how the fish have come out this year. So really nice to see what's happened. Where these guys go now. In the end, these are the fish I scooped out from the tub. Real mixture of colours and whatever. Size-wise, I'd say about 4 or 5 inches. Gotta get some photos of these and look for people in my local area. Luckily for me, I have a lot of people nearby who have koi ponds as well, and a lot of family friends who also have koi ponds. Because I had some comments saying that I was doing some business thing or whatever, but realistically it was more a project and a hobby, and most of the fish I do sell are in the local area or to like people with friends who have ponds of their own. But yeah, these are the fish I've selected out, so I'm going to get these back in a little net on the side. I've got a floating net over there so I can leave them out for selection, so when the person wants to pick them up it's a little bit easier. I've now got my floating net on top, and I'm going to be putting the fish in here into the floating net now. I have this net on top because they're about to jump out sometimes, and this will only be in here for like literally a day or two before I contact one of my friends, like ask if they want some of the fish. Just to keep the fish in, because otherwise I have to keep scooping them in and out of the tank in here. It's quite hard to catch them. So let's just make sure it's a little bit easier, because I just pop them out of here and they're gone. Just place them in there now. I've now got all 25 fish in the net from the tub. Like I said, this is like a really temporary home. They're only going to be in here for like a day or two. they've been here before, you know, I've done it before, so I did it before, so I mean, it'll be completely fine. And this has been my first sort of vlog. Let me know in the comments if you want to carry on doing this. I mean, they'll only be like a few minutes long, just like what I'm doing on each day. I know my videos have been a bit slow recently. It's because of school and whatever. I mean, I've been back at school and it's just kind of hard to get videos out, editing them and then posting them and whatever. And yeah, thank you for watching today's video, or vlog actually, and let me know if you want to do any more. Bye.